Millions of years ago, we trembled in darkness, fearing fire. Today, we're preparing to conquer Mars. This is humanity's story, from that first spark to the red planet. To our early ancestors, fire was a terrifying force, lightning that burned the forest. But within this fear lay the seed of curiosity. One day, a Homo erectus showed courage. Instead of fleeing, they stepped toward it. This was the greatest leap in our history. Taming fire wasn't just warmth or light, it meant safety. Predators that had hunted us for millions of years now feared the glowing circle around us. Most importantly, cooking meat and roots provided far more energy to our growing brains. Our brains grew larger, more complex. By the fire, we told stories, forming the first complex social bonds. Fire became humanity's first technology, lighting the hearth of our civilization. For hundreds of thousands of years, we lived as hunter-gatherers. The entire Earth was our home, always moving, searching for food. But about 12,000 years ago, in the Fertile Crescent of the Middle East, something amazing happened. We discovered the secret of seeds. We learned that instead of finding food, we could create it. This was the Neolithic Revolution. We planted wheat. We domesticated goats and sheep. For the first time, we put down roots. This change turned our world upside down. The first villages formed, followed by the first cities, Uruk, Mohenjo-Daro, Memphis. But this comfort came at a price. Ownership and social hierarchies appeared. To manage grain stores and record ownership, we needed a new tool: writing. From then on, our story was written not just in our genes, but on clay and papyrus. But agriculture and writing were just the beginning. The scale of human cooperation exploded. We went from small tribes to vast empires. In Egypt, pharaohs built pyramids that scrape the sky to this day. In Persia, the Achaemenids connected the first global empire with roads and a postal system. In Rome, law and engineering imposed an unprecedented order on the known world. But wait, this comfort and order demanded a heavy price. These empires were built with swords and slavery. Alongside grand ideas, there were grand wars. In Greece, philosophers questioned the nature of existence. In India and the Middle East, great world religions emerged that gave meaning to the lives of millions. We were no longer just striving for survival. We were searching for meaning. After a long period of stagnation in the West, a spark was lit again in Italy, the Renaissance, or rebirth. We returned to the knowledge of ancient Greece and Rome, but with a new perspective. Art, literature, and architecture flourished. But this was the start of a deeper revolution. A revolution in how we saw the world. Copernicus dethroned the Earth from the center of the universe. Galileo, with his telescope, proved this idea and paid a heavy price. The Church forced him, before the Inquisition, to deny his greatest discovery. He was forced to say the Earth does not move. But his courage, even in that apparent defeat, kept the torch lit. And finally, Isaac Newton showed that the universe worked not on the whims of gods, but by precise, understandable laws. Nothing was sacred anymore. We realized we could understand the world. This gave us the courage to go beyond our borders. The age of exploration began. We crossed oceans, discovered new continents, and, for the first time, learned the true scale of our planet. Here's something mind-blowing. Every atom of iron in your blood was forged inside a dying star, billions of years ago. We are literally made of stardust. and now we're going back to the stars. This new knowledge soon gave us explosive power. In the late 18th century, we harnessed fire again, but this time in the heart of a machine. The Industrial Revolution began with the steam engine. Power, once limited to muscle, now seemed limitless. Factories swallowed cities, trains stitched continents together. Electricity turned night into day. The Wright brothers turned the millennia-old dream of flight into reality. And this is where the story turns dark. This new power showed its terrible face in the 20th century. We waged 2 world wars, wars that claimed not thousands, but tens of millions of lives. Over 70 million in World War II alone. We used the power of the atom, not just for electricity, but to build weapons capable of destroying all civilization. We had achieved the power to annihilate our own planet. In the midst of the Cold War, a new competition emerged that turned our gaze upward forever: the space race. In 1957, Sputnik sent the first signal from orbit, and in 1969, Neil Armstrong stepped onto the moon. This one small step for a man was, in fact, the greatest leap for humankind. We became a species that had left its cradle, Earth. Simultaneously, on Earth, another revolution was happening: the digital revolution. Computers moved from massive government rooms to our desktops, and then the internet connected us all. For the first time in history, all of human knowledge became available to anyone, anywhere. We became an interconnected global civilization. Today, we stand on the threshold of a new chapter. We are returning to the moon, but this time, the ultimate destination is elsewhere: the red planet, Mars. Mars looks like a mirror of Earth's past. It once had flowing water, an atmosphere. Did it once have life? This question fuels our curiosity. We have sent our robotic explorers, Sojourner, Spirit, Opportunity, Curiosity, and Perseverance. They are our eyes and ears on this alien world. But robots aren't enough. We must go ourselves. Private companies like SpaceX and government agencies like NASA are in a constructive race, building the spacecraft to take humans to Mars. This will be the hardest journey we have ever undertaken. Months of travel in deep space, cosmic radiation, the psychological challenge of isolation and survival in a hostile environment, unlike anything on Earth. Why Mars? Because we are human, because we are curious, because we are explorers. The same force that drove our ancestor to approach fire, the same force that pushed us across oceans, and the same force that took us to the moon, now calls us to Mars. Our story is not one of standing still. It is a story of movement, from a creature trembling in the shadows to a builder of cities, from a worshiper of stars to an interplanetary traveler. The journey from fire to Mars is the story of curiosity's triumph over fear. And this story is still being written. Mars is not the end. It is just the next stop on our endless journey into the unknown. Next, we're diving into the mystery that changed everything. What if the Library of Alexandria had never burned? How different would our world be today? Don't miss it. Subscribe so you won't.